Guys, I didn't die, and I promised this guy that I would do a lab tour like way too long ago. So I'm gonna do a lab tour. Also, to all of you who subscribed because you wanted a free stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, well, I have come to tell you that was a scam. So we're just gonna start the lab tour. You get your eye protection right here. Then you go put on your eye protection just because it's a good habit. To be honest, I don't do that all the time. So then you just walk in there. I've got some bee stuff here, and a little forge. And by the way, this is actually not a lab, but in fact a garage in which my mom stores a lot of the old furniture and porcelain goods from my grandparents' house. Which I wish none of this was here. And that's a long dispute with my mother. So if you guys subscribe, hit that like button and show my mom that we gotta get this garage cleared out, okay? Yeah. So right here I got like table 1. This is just a table. I'm not sure what to say about it. Store all my fire stuff here. Like this is black powder, fuse. And so like if you put a spark here, then there would be an explosion definitely. This is my super lube. I'm gonna show you right now is like most of the chemicals and stuff. I got lots of copper waste from like electroplating and stuff. I got my distilled water here, which I really gotta refill it. And you can see that like I got some denatured alcohol on the table, so some things got messed up. Alchemy. And if we go down here, we can see this dangerous storage of chemicals. So over here I like to have my powderized stuff, and on the left I have acids. Like I have concentrated hydrochloric, normal hydrochloric, got some sulfuric back there, distilled and undistilled. There's also some potassium hydroxide. Here's my bench grinder. I usually use it just to sharpen knives. That's why it's backwards, because the grinding wheel, when I grind through, you want to face it away. Then I got my vise, which I also use as an anvil, because anvils are very expensive, especially now that blacksmithing is like a common hobby because of shows like Fortune Fire and YouTubers like Alex Steel. And then we've got some glassware back here. Just lots and lots of it. Some of this is Nile Red stuff, as you can see, because like who doesn't love some Nile Red glassware? Like, he once threw one of these beakers at a wall and it didn't break. Like epic glassware. And then if you go look up here, I've got some fire bricks in here. These are basically bricks that handle really high temperatures. Let me grab one real quick. These are what you make the forge out of. And in here, this is just stuff for baths and stuff, like for distillations. And apart from that, there's not much meaningful stuff here. This is the mess of can recycling, bee stuff, and other miscellaneous things. And if you go look down here, I've got some grinding wheels. My most favorite screws and nails are here, but the rest are in the basement. I've got a lab bench power supply and an old toaster oven for just desiccating things. This is a mess, okay? So this is distilled water. This is ocean water. I want to see if I can get sodium hydroxide from this. It smells like sulfur though, so it's horrible. And this is just tap water. If you're wondering what this is that's a good question. What is that? It's like, basically, how I describe it when people ask, it's water with a few basic salts in it. So like it has a pH of about 11. So like sometimes like and like I have like a little bit of like sodium hydroxide, I'll just put it there, or a little bit of hydrochloric acid. So it usually tends to be a little bit acidic or a little bit basic. So it's not that good, but like in an emergency, like one time, I don't recommend you do this, but one time I like accidentally got flaming alcohol in my hand, and guess what? This was right here. I just dunked my hand in there, and it was completely fine. I just had to wash off the water so it didn't like turn my hand into soap. Stuff for heating up ground bottoms, cans, and cans. In here I just have some more bee stuff, like some feeding jars, which actually, having tea in one of these mason jars would kind of be cool, because like, I'm not sure, it just has some cool vibes to it, if you know what I mean. And besides that, yeah, there's not much else to show. I got my beekeeping suit. Let's go out to the bee yard, which is 180 degrees behind the camera. So this is obviously the parent hive. I call this hive Mercury now. It's obviously the biggest hive. And if we go down here, we got the second hive. This hive is actually dead. Any bee you see here trying to get in here is actually a robber. This is hive Cassini, or it's hive Saturn, but it's Queen Cassini. Don't ask my naming system, it doesn't make sense. I just like to name things after planets. This is hive Venus, and the queen, once she's born, hopefully is born, there's only one queen cell in there, but once she's born, it's gonna be, she's gonna be Queen Aphrodite. This is actually a mating nuke, so you're basically meant to raise bees on both halves, but I opened up the halves in between. Let's see if I can open it up, because they shouldn't get too mad, I don't think. They're not very... Here, do you mind going over on this side? Because this side's easier to open. I hope they don't sting me. They most likely won't. But basically, there's the barrier, they can go up on top. So, these two hives are actually... They used to be two hives, but now they're one. I did a very complicated thing here, where I took most of the bees from one side and put them in there, and then took some frames from here with the queen cell and put them in there. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but basically, this is temporary, and once these bees are grown up, they're going to go in that hive. And so I'll have 3 hives in total. Hey everyone, I don't have much to add, but thanks for watching this far into the video, and if you have any suggestions for future videos I should do, leave them down below, because I'll probably get to them like after 2 or 3, maybe 4 months.